Mr. Bombardieri, at first, thank you for the opportunity to be here in Episcopi and learn about the Erήμη archaeological site, about your significant research discovery for Cyprus, as well as your work and overall contribution to archaeology. When did it all start?
Oh, okay. It started like the majority of archaeological projects in the last decades. It was like a general survey of the region at the beginning. We started with an archaeological survey of the Kuris River Valley, which was supposed to be a very interesting archaeological area, since the Department of Antiquities already made very important discoveries in salvage and rescue excavation operation they made during the previous year. So we came here in 2007 and we made a systematic survey of the whole area from the Kuris Dam towards the south. And we were able to find out different sites on surface, and the sites where we arrived in Erήμη, Lαόνιν to Poracku was really amazing. Just at the beginning it was clear that it was a very important Middle Bronze Age site because of the density of material on the surface and emerging structures. So from that period on, we planned a series of systematic investigation of the site. Every year we schedule an archaeological season in collaboration with the Department of Antiquity, and so many seasons of excavation and many new results. Every year we are quite lucky to have a very interesting site to investigate.
Did you expect at that time that the discovery would turn out to be so important?
No, I mean, I can't read the future, but it was quite easy to understand that it was at least a well-settled area. It is the top of the highest hilltop on the middle Kuris River Valley. Mm-hmm. So even the position was, predictable, but actually the first season of excavation revealed already important evidence, especially for the presence of a workshop complex for the textile production, which was unexpected, of course, and year by year it began to be more clear that it was an important central building for and supra-household production.
What more have we learned about the Bronze Age through your findings?
Erήμη is a key site to understand the transition between the village-based society and the emergence of cities in Cyprus, which is normally dated back to late Bronze Age. But what is getting clearer is that these cities were not emerged like any sudden event, but more and more clear is that Middle Bronze Age is a period where some important social evidence already were established. For example, we found out a circuit wall surrounding the area of the settlement, which was unexpected at the beginning because we knew that circuit cities were something related to the cities of the late Bronze Age. And Erήμη revealed that even before they used to create these important massive architectural limiting walls, that means that the communities developing there were building up a more complex society than we expected before in terms of economy. They built up a central atelier, a workshop for producing textiles, for trading all over the island, and also most probably for building up ideological, economical, and social developments that were normally expected to the late Bronze Age. So we know that is a gradual development, and many evidence that we expect to realize in the cities already appear before. So it's a transition that Erήμη made clear this.
Okay. how was the excavation? Was some difficult there? Some difficulties when you
No.
have...
No, I mean, not at all, Marius. It was really smooth situation, and the collaboration with the local authorities is just splendid, I mean, in terms of mutual collaboration and exchange, especially with the Department of Antiquities, but also with the local authorities in the village, the community board and the municipality. They were helping us toward the time, so we have a very good premises for continuing the excavation in the area. We are happy to be here, I mean.
How large was the team working on the excavation?
Larger and larger. It is extending year by year. This last season, we finished working 2025 season at the end of August, beginning of September. This year we were 38 people working on the site, involving students from my university, University of Siena, but also from different other universities in Italy and abroad. We had students from Belgium, from Greece, and from Cyprus as well, and of course some experts that helping me in deepening up the investigation in different areas, like geologists, anthropologists, restorers, because another important stuff we have to underline is that we are going to restore the objects we find out before delivering them to the Department of Antiquities, to the museum, to the local Curion Museum, in order to have them ready for future setting up an exhibition eventually. And so this is another matter that needs experts, restorers. And so we have a field restoration and conservation lab equipped. And so 38 last year, but of course not at the beginning. At the beginning we were like a dozen, even less.
Okay. Have you encountered any challenges during the excavation so far?
Challenges, yes. I mean, the most evident challenge is to excavate something that have few counterparts and analogies and parallels in Cypriot archaeology, and so it is a very positive challenge to work on, and we have to think about, because it's not. It's not a standard site under many viewpoints. So some evidence we found out we needed. It was not so easy to find parallels from other sites in Cyprus. So we had to contact colleagues and make more dense and intense scientific exchanges. It was a challenge that we are going to overcome every year. I mean.
Okay. What should we imagine as we walk through the ancient landscape?
Imagination is a very important part of the work of an archaeologist, because we have to build up from ground, from scanty evidence, especially in prehistoric and Bronze Age sites, and building up something which is greater than you can see, of course. And what you can imagine there, I think you can feel it when you're going there on the hill, is that a very dynamic community was living there, with a very huge space for work, and it is a communal space for work. So it is a place where people used to go and stay together and work together, but also stay together and exchange ideas. And so the community, I think, is really well bond members together, and you will feel like a very small place, a relatively small place, with a dynamic community growing up there, working, living, worshipping, and making rituals, worshipping the dead, and so on. So people that were living there with an intense way of life.
What do these ancient findings reveal about life in Erήμη or the wider region during that period?
It revealed that during the Middle Bronze Age, the valley, on a broader view, the valley was densely settled, and people were living, how can I say, in a network of relation that involved on different scales the valley itself. So Erήμη, the hill we are investigating, was like a central place for the Middle Bronze Age because it's huge, but in the nearby we have evidence of other sites that most probably were in contact and relation. So this is the first grade. Then these people were in relation with other communities all over the islands. We know that they were in contact, trade contact, but trade contact means cultural contacts, of course, with people living in the central Mesauria place, or even to the north in the area of Lapithos and elsewhere.
How do you think these discoveries will reshape our understanding of Cypriot prehistory?
I think, as mentioned before, that Erήμη could be a useful key site to understand how is important the internal and local and regional development against the ancient traditional scholarly models of something that come from abroad. Cypriot archaeology for many years was like shaped by the idea that people came in from abroad, where the basic, I would say, the basic primo movens for changing stuff, while Erήμη, which is a very deeply local site, can reveal how it is important to investigate and analyze and comprehend and know about the local important of in a scale of development.
Okay. Is there something you wish more people understood about archaeology or the work being done there?
What would like to demonstrate is that as a foreign mission working in Cyprus, what we are going to do is the best we can to spread the knowledge we are analyzing. Is we are not living in an ivory tower. I mean, people and archaeology and people of the community living there needs to share the knowledge, and this could be also helpful for us in many ways to build up a new interpretation and also to build up a new way of a common and community archaeology we are trying to build up.
Could you share more details about the most important findings and their significance?
It is difficult to select because we found out a lot of very interesting stuff. Then when you're walking in a site, everything is important for you, since the small shares to the big stuff. But anyway, just selecting the most evident stuff, I mean, the circuit wall is one of the most important evidence we found out, also because during the last season we were able to find out one of the gates from the Kouris Valley climbing up to the settlement, and also because building up this structure means to separate the settlement and the funerary clusters, and we found out both the foundation of the wall and the elevation of the wall, which was like 1.5 meters and 1.5 meters in the foundation dam, but also we found out some evidence of foundation, ritual of foundation for the wall itself, small shallow pits where they buried some complete vessels on a line just outside the wall. So the wall is a limit, and then we have a metaphorical limit of this at 3 meters distant on outside of this grouping foundation pits that suggest us that the division between settlement and funerary areas was significant for them, but also building up the structure was significant for them as a key moment in their life history of their community. And so this is a very nice window into our knowledge of their building.
What technologies or scientific methods are you using analyzing the findings?
Okay, we use a different set of methods on a different scales, let's say, from macro to micro analysis. So we apply geoarchaeological methods to analyze on different scales the use of raw material from landscape to the site. Then we use also traditional methods for example, to approach the material analysis of pottery and other materials, and the same materials approached by traditional way of documenting were approached on micro scale. For example, I can mention the isotopic analysis and ancient DNA analysis we are approaching to material, and the paleodite is revealing us very interesting results, because analyzing the collagen of the bones of the people inhumated in the cemetery, you can calibrate and have information about the diet they have. And for example, you can compare this with the analysis of the lipids, chemical analysis of the lipids you find in the cooking pots. And so you compare and you know what they heat and how they cook that. So it's interesting, for example, and this is a micro analysis we apply, but must go in tandem with the macro analysis of the pottery, the cooking pots, and anthropological analysis of the skeletal remains, of course.
What are the next steps for the archaeological site?
We go in parallel with fieldwork excavation and publication of results. So we are keeping on publishing on scientific journal and in other, how can I say, in other destination conferences and meetings and so on, and we keep on excavating on field. And this yearly season of excavation are very important because the knowledge and the data set we can analyze is getting more and more wide, and also more and more interesting to approach. And so this is going to be interpreted and then published. So we are going on like in using these two parallel lines.